Hey everybody, welcome to the Tokyo subway station. This is, the hallways of the subway stations is where you're going to find a lot of these PSA, public service announcements, posters, information. You get to see Japanese culture in it, and it's really fascinating to just stop and take a look at some of the posters. So I thought I would do that with you today. This one here, we can start really quickly. You can see they're recruiting firefighters, showing how cool that they are. All the things that you could do, and they use manga style to do that. Oh, look how cool you are! You're a firefighter. I mean, yeah, that's one of the coolest things that you could do. It's like every kid's dream come true. So I like the fact that they're like promoting that, and they do a lot of festivals to try to get kids not just interested in firefighting, but also become a part of it. This one is showing you on the subway line all the soba places that you could eat at. All the different kinds of soba. That's really fascinating. We're gonna walk through this station. There's just a ton of them here. Place to try, a magazine that they're promoting. And here's one on public safety. And you can see they've used cartoon anime style with this as well. Some of the characters. This has to do with walking with your mobile phone. Instead of just putting pictures of it, they use characters. And I like the fact that they've picked, I guess that's like an ox or something. There's a kappa, one of the mythological creatures, and this ox just walks right through all of these poor people with his smartphone. And we're seeing more and more people doing that these days because they're just paying attention to their phones and not where they're walking. I've seen a lot of accidents or people walking into other people, but they've added it into English here, which is interesting. Using your mobile phone while walking is dangerous. It's just, of course, true. Here's one on walking, some of the station stuff. I thought this was interesting. Just looking at the artwork, how colorful it is. Again, this is the fire department having all of these public services about carrying bottles of gasoline, being careful not to ram into the gasoline pumps, things like this. Aerosol cans, don't put that into the trash because that can cause fire. And then of course you have look at these anime lines or manga lines. It's so well done, and people stop and take a look at it. And you have to appreciate the artwork that they put into it. These two here talk about what to do in case of an earthquake. What do you do when there's an earthquake at this time? And it tells you some of the stuff that you can do. Listen to the staff, and they'll guide you out. So even the Japanese know this, and just be careful when you're riding the subway with your bags and your personal belongings. If something I didn't know, I always learned about events that are happening in Tokyo from these posters as well. The World Athletic Championship. There was a Deaf Olympics also. I didn't know about that. That was going on here. Here they're recruiting police officers for the Tokyo Police Department, which is pretty cool. That guy looks really cool out there on Tokyo Bay. Looks like he's one of those motorcycle riders. You'll see like the wanted poster for criminals as well inside of here. I'm laughing, it's an uncomfortable laugh because I don't want to encounter any of them. I like this too. They've been promoting inside of the train stations more to foreign tourists that are walking through here and showing the beauties of the Japanese public baths, the sento, which definitely need more people. And you've got foreigners in these Japanese public baths. I think that would be, a lot of foreigners probably wouldn't be very comfortable in here, especially from North America where public nudity is kind of weird. But like they show foreigners in the bath, and they're trying to make, this is also good for Japanese to see that, yeah, there's going to be more foreigners in the bath as well because they need the business to stay open and making it normal. And that's really cool. Visitors come discover Japan's bathing tradition. They have a one-day pass for Toei, which allows you to go to all these places. And I've worked with the Tokyo Sento Association before. There's a campaign going on as well. There's a QR code if you're interested. Just screenshot that. But my friend will be there for the Deaf Olympics, Saya writes in. That's so cool. I was just curious, like, how does the Deaf Olympics actually work, you know? They probably thought of everything. I'm fascinated more when the Paralympics was going on than I was of the regular Olympics back in 2021. It's just really cool. All right, let's keep on walking down the station. There's more at the end of the road, at the end of the hallway here. But again, you have all of these, like the Toei, which is the city of Tokyo's public transportation. they're really getting into using Pokemon and other creatures to promote things, and yeah, they're doing a pretty good job of it. This one is for a digital adventure or some kind of campaign that they're doing here, promoting the Azabu Hills Gallery. This one is a video that I'm working on right now that I'll be releasing next month. We're going to be seeing more of these campaigns right now, and it starts right here inside of the subway and the train stations, where you're supposed to stand on the escalators in Japan. I know that, you know, it seems impolite to do that, but I didn't even know that myself. This is the mothers, and you'll see this if you see a Japanese woman who has this badge, give up your seat for her because she has a baby. So this is a mark that some mothers wear. Kanai had one of these. They're talking about the Passmo card. I guess it's available from, yeah, maybe the Passmo card is now back. They're talking about that there. I'm just going really, really quickly past some of these. There's a Sherlock Holmes, a railway detective program going on here. That looks like it's a lot of fun. That's sponsored by the Tokyo subway. And is there a QR code? I don't see it, but yeah, that's something maybe to check out. I like that. Again, more information for baby car. You know, strollers are called baby cars in Japan, and there's a lot of rules with those that can use it. You can't use the escalators with baby cars or strollers. You have to use the elevators. So just keep that in mind. I think that does have to do with chikan or perverted dudes. All right, let's walk to the end here, and there's more posters in another area of the station. It's just so cool to stop and look at the artwork. And this isn't just in Japan, but other countries are the same way. You learn a lot about the culture from the posters on the wall. A lot of it is just telling people to stop walking with their smartphones. So don't, aruki smaho, they call it. Don't walk with your smartphone. We're walking towards the, I think this is the Yurakucho line. I love the recruitment posters. Those are a lot of fun. They have recruitment posters for this Japan Self-Defense Force. They have them for the police. They have it for the fire department, and they do a really good job with that, including here. Tokyo's public toilets are also super clean, and you'll find like there's somebody getting out right now. They have these multi-purpose toilets for those that are in wheelchairs, which I think are just so great. Here's information on the Coco desk. A lot of YouTubers that come here, like foreign YouTubers, they think these are like sleeping pods. To me, I kind of scratch in my head why. I guess you could sleep in there if you reserve it, but you have to reserve them online, and you can make reservations for these sleeping pods, quote unquote. But it's kind of interesting. I'm streaming with my smartphone, but I'm not actually looking at the screen. There's a difference. Sort of. Yeah, it is kind of funny though. I've been seeing these here. This is Rakuten, which is Amazon in Japan. It's a competitor to Amazon, which is growing. It's huge here. Kanai prefers Rakuten because she gets more points back. But and some of the deals are a lot better, especially for travel. But Rakuten has these robots, as well as a couple of other companies with an antenna here, and it goes right to your house and you pick it up. I haven't done it yet, but it's kind of weird to see these robots roll in the street. I've seen them stop at crosswalks with sensors waiting for cars to pass. So we're seeing more and more of that. So you can track it with your app. How far do they go? I guess it just depends how far from the warehouse. I'm not sure. More public service announcements when services are suspended or delayed. You can see the NHK World site and the JNTO travel site. These are two that you probably should have bookmarked. The JNTO in particular, if there's some sort of natural disaster, it's good to have them on your smartphone. but they also will recommend alternative routes when certain situations occur, so people can eventually get home. That's happened a couple of times. It's good to have that stuff bookmarked. Make sure you charge your IC card because it causes traffic jams and stuff. I love the characters. Be a good turtle. Sometimes the one that don't rush when you go through there. The turtle in the hare story. Go nice and slow and relaxed. I like that. Here they're promoting this stuff here. The Let's Enjoy Tokyo campaign has been pretty effective from this Tokyo subway and metro. This one's more metro, the other one was more Toei. You can see they're different companies, which makes it pretty confusing. Smart turtle's not a dumb bunny. That's exactly right. This has to do with, there is crime here. And for those that are, this is important, we don't have 911 in Japan. We have 119. It's just in reverse. But if you want to call the police for any reason, for any police emergency, I think foreigners should also understand what do you dial in case you need an emergency? You can go to any phone booth, and I think you can just dial 110. That's one of the reasons why phone booths still exist. For emergency situations, if cell towers all go out, those phone booths become pretty important, I think. You'll see the wanted posters. I'm not going to focus too much on that. That's a tough thing. Also, there's been an increase in fighting. I guess it maybe has to do with foreign tourists. I don't know. But any kind of assault is a crime, and it doesn't matter if you started it. If you ever punch back, then it's really a problem. Stop. I'm trying to read it here. Yeah, if you don't, the last thing you want to do is to get in a fight. So if someone starts pounding on you, just don't punch back. I guess you can defend yourself, but don't assault them. It's a hard thing. I've had friends that if you punch back, then you get in trouble. And here's a situation. Looks like someone has jumped, so they cover it up when that stuff sort of happens, disasters and things like that. But they explain like when somebody. That's one thing that they tried to discourage people from doing that, jumping in front of trains. It's a really sensitive subject. I kind of hesitant to talk about it, but just to mention it, the people who jump, their families are the ones that get charged for the costs for everything. So that makes people who are doing that maybe consider the impact on their family. But I don't know if that's actually the case here. I thought that was really interesting when a Japanese friend told me that. Some more posters from the police department. You'll see this mascot. I can't remember his name. Does anybody know? He's the mascot for the Tokyo Police Department, and you'll find him on a lot of, whenever the police department stuff is here, you get keisatsu. You know that's police business. So there's a lot of people, I guess this is for volunteering, so you can be a volunteer. CPR as well. There's a lot of courses that you can take to learn CPR. I guess the AEDs are all over the place, but there's been a push to try to get citizens to learn how to use them more, because they're worthless unless they know there's enough people who know how to use one in case something like this happens. So, these advertisements, I've seen them quite a bit, increasing around. Let's walk a little bit closer this way. See if we can find some more. There's a couple more I think that are interesting. They have them on manners now, and I've been seeing this more and more. You can see it seems like a mix of foreign tourists and Japanese. Maybe, I guess they have one girl has blonde hair. They tried blue hair to try to make it like a very, an inclusive world, I guess. Let's all be kind to everyone. Mina de, mina ni imana. And it says, stay in line when waiting to board. For smooth and comfortable boarding, please keep in line. And just follow what the locals do. They go on the left and the right of the opening door, and they leave the middle open so people can get out. And then once everybody's out, people funnel in to the trains, and it works so well. That's why trains are on time. And I don't know, it just seems to work here in Japan. Are those the Suica penguins? I've been seeing more and more of these for local. This is for coupons for local festivals and stuff. You get a lot of festival posters in here. Oh, here's one on the Suica and the Passmo cards. I get a lot of information that I give to you guys here through these posters. These are the Suicas now. The only ones that you can get apparently right now are the ones with your name on it. And these are for commuter cards. And these are the, I guess, so this Passmo and Suica, right now they're unavailable just as it is. But if you have one, it's okay. And it highlights the different train lines that you could take with the Passmo and the Suica, which is like everything, pretty much. That's kind of cool. They lay out the trains like that with the front of them. I can pan it. It's kind of cool. You can see the JR, Higashi Nihon. These aren't just the trains. These are the trains companies. There's a lot of them. I see Tobu. I see Keio, Keisei. Oh my goodness. The monorail. That's a lot. Rinkai-sen, Yuri Kamome. Wow. The Chiba monorail, which everyone calls the underground train, or the upside down train. It's not really upside down. It's more of a, well, it sort of is, I guess, but upside down looks like it would be more viral. There's already talk that the Suica card's going to become obsolete, which you can already see the writing on the wall. It's probably going to be about 5 years before the Suica card. It's either all smartphones or they just have some sort of, thing that you don't need to have a physical card anymore. This is the Gruto Pass. I think this is something people should consider when they're in Tokyo because it really gets you around all of the public transportation. I think the Gruto means also includes JR, and some of the attractions also become free in this. So there's a lot of options, I believe. Super Mr. Crazy Man, could you do more videos for handicapped people, for people with disabilities? Yeah, I can do that. I think that's a good idea. I try when I do the live streams to highlight it. It's not to make something that's special, but whenever I see accessibility, some advantages or disadvantages, I point it out when I'm walking through. Rugby's become really big in Japan. I think it was because of the Rugby World Cup in 2019, but the Japan team did quite well. And we see them a lot more, especially when there are events, because Japanese are now watching and paying more attention to it. I've noticed these as well. The coin lockers have really appeared to increase inside of the stations. Here's a place where you could store keys. I don't know what this is for. It would make a lot of sense if your wife, you forgot your key and your wife says, I'm going to put it in the box in the station. Because I've had that happen to me more than once. Maybe that's what that's for. A dare demo tsukaeru key box. Yeah, I guess that's what it's for. Anybody can use this key box. So if you forgot your key or you need a friend to come and pick it up, you can put it in here and they'll be able to get the key by adding in the code and opening up the box. That's very convenient. All of these lock boxes, and this is brand new, they take the Passmo or the Suica cards, and you can check your balance. You can see which ones are available if you push the button. Oh, I guess you have to physically open it and then close it.
Please start checking procedures.
That is embarrassingly loud.
Following the instruction on the screen.
That was really loud in English. Everyone's looking at me.
Processing has been cancelled.
Oh my God,
Please take out your baggage from the box with the lamp flashing.
Oh my God, stop talking that loud. This is Japan.
Please put the baggage in the box. Then push the door to close.
This is embarrassing. Oh my God. This is embarrassing.
Please take out your baggage from the box with the lamp flashing.
You are too loud, lady. Voice. All right. Shouldn't be talking that loud. This one also I've noticed popping up in stations. Pudo, pickup and drop off stations. Same thing with the keys, but you can do that with packages. Amazon starting to put stuff in there, I think. So you don't have to send it to your physical address, and you can pick this up, I guess, anywhere in the city if you know where one of these Pudo boxes are. I don't know a lot about it, but now you know of it, so that's something. All right, and last but not least, there are prohibited items on the subway. I think this is kind of interesting. Basically the same stuff as anywhere else. No explosives, compressed gas, matches, fireworks, acids, flammable poisons, detergents, toxic things. It's kind of like no-brainers, but this is interesting. Knives, scissors, tools, sharp objects. They're okay, but they have to be properly packed. And I think I did an episode on this. If you do have a pocket knife or something, don't take it out, first of all. And the second thing is that you definitely want to have a knife, like a butcher's knife or something that you bought, has to be wrapped, okay? That's the law. So make sure that it's done that. It's not just loose in your bag. And then hot liquids that are not properly packed. So it looks like you can take coffee on there, but the coffee must have a top. So that's a little bit of information that maybe nobody explains to you, but it's literally here in the law, the rules. No chloroform, no roofies, no, stuff that it's basically common sense stuff. But it's nice that they list it out for you so you get an idea. Top means lids. Thank you, Saya. Yeah, it's pretty good it's common sense, but it's nice that somebody explains it to you, like puts it down in the rules. So a lot of it in Japanese, but you can use Google Translate. It really does work quite well. Yeah. Aiken. I see Aiken is here. I tried to install your bicycle contraption. It's really hard. Next time you come, maybe I'll bring the bicycle and we can put it together. The way that it works on my bicycle, it's kind of because I got a big basket. So I'm still working on it. It's been 2 years or something like that, but it's nice to see you here. And David Kimura. Thank you, David. It's always nice to see and hear from you. I will absolutely not go home empty-handed. Not at all. All right, there you go. Oh, there's a Monet exhibit going on. There you go. So these posters here, I think it's kind of cool looking at it. You can use Google Translate, and it will translate to the best of its ability and give you the general meaning of it, but you have to learn to read between the lines when you do something like that. Yeah, you have to learn to read between the lines, and then it comes up. Get an idea here. This is, if you have any issues, you can use the interphone, and that calls the station here. That's basically what it says. If there's an accident, someone's drunk and falls off of the tracks, etc., you can do that. And yeah, also little things here. People are waiting in line. You can do a lot of stuff at the vending machine instead of waiting in line. So it's just kind of encouraging people. The best of my ability, I'm just quickly glancing at it. It could be wrong. But I do love this here. Everything is also in English. Let's read it. Is everything all right? Be careful of that post. Do you see here? So maybe your voice is the piece that can help. So this is people who have maybe are visually impaired, blind. There's a line in the stations you see here. This is called tactile pavement. And when you step on it, you can tell, maybe there's a turn coming here or go straight. So it allows people to, and there's here these single dots. It allows people who are blind to be able to recognize when to stop, turn left and right. So you definitely don't want to walk there. Make sure you stay clear of people who are using walking sticks, for example. But I like the public service announcements telling people in Japanese and foreigners and Korean and Chinese, if you just see somebody who is visually impaired and looks like they're going to be walking into a post, use your voice and tell them, like "kyotsukete" or "be careful" and something like that. Be kind and considerate of other people. Would you like some help? Go ahead, you go first. So reinforcing some of the manners that a lot of Japanese learn in school. Giving up your seat for those that are pregnant. These are like common sense stuff, but sometimes we forget about it. You know, so maybe you're on your smartphone, you don't look up. Maybe you should look up and see if somebody needs your seat. I give up my seat whenever I can to mothers with kids, because I have a wife who has a kid, and she definitely would rather be sitting down, and I'm young enough to be standing up here. We are always ready to ask, how can I help you? So it's not just the staff here, but it's nice to, customers do that as well. There you go. A lot of good stuff here. These other train lines. That's the Chodo line, the Hibiya line, and the Yurakucho, and the Futokushin. I always get that wrong. I never write it. Line. All right. There you go. If you haven't already, this is kind of fun just walking around here. I just updated the thumbnail for this one. I think it's a little bit clearer on what he's doing here. Check this. This is one of the most important and heartwarming stories, I think, because in the digital age, we sometimes forget about the analog services. And there is this guy, Sasahara-san. He literally climbs 5 or 6 days a week. I think he used to go on Saturday, maybe not anymore. He would climb over 1,000 steps one way to pick up mail. I don't know why they don't put the mailbox just on the ground level. I think it's because they've been doing it for hundreds of years. He'd pick up the mail, deliver it to a handful of residents, and then come down every single day for years. And I remember climbing up here and seeing that post box and going, I gotta figure out this story because this is so cool. And I did. I changed the thumbnail to make it a little bit clearer, and hopefully, you guys take a look at this and leave a comment. I want to hear what you guys say. I got a lot of comments from people in the U.S. Post Office that really warmed my heart to see that this story impacted those that are also doing mail in other countries. So I hope it gives you all of the mailmen and women out there, the carriers who do this every day. We really appreciate it. I'm just amazed that a piece of paper with an address and a stamp can go onto the other side of the world. We need more postmen. We need good postmen, and it's really, really appreciated. So thank you for everything that you do. And this episode is for you guys as well. Yeah, got another episode on January 28th. But until then, have a good day, everybody. I'll bring you with another live stream tomorrow as I take you around Tokyo. Might get out of the city soon. Take Leo to get some snow and take you with me. That would be a lot of fun. All right, everybody. Mata ne. Thanks, Aiken. I just saw that, Aiken. Thank you. You have to use the Google Translate on the posters. We'll sort it out next time. Awesome. Thank you.